Hey everybody, this is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having an awesome Sunday. Here in my neck of the woods, it's a little bit rainy, but nevertheless, it's still a beautiful day, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful Sunday as well. So, we are back with some new astrology information. We are about to start a fresh new month, and not just any month. This is going to be the month of January 2021. I mean, 2020... What can I say about 2020? There's a lot of things that I can say about it, but you know what? 2020 was a year of ups, downs, to say the least, but it was also a year of learning, a year of growing, a year of flourishing, and a year of figuring out what is important. So now as we transition over into 2021, we have a brand new perspective, a brand new looking at things. We're still going to be dealing with some residuals from 2020, but for 2021, this is the year that we start building again. So we're going to talk about the astrology for January to get you on your way, get you kick-started in the direction that you're going to put your energies in for January. So first and foremost, let's get something out of the way as far as some of the transits that we're going to see for the month of January. Now, as we start January 8th, 2021, the beautiful, lovely sign of Venus will go into Capricorn for approximately 30 days. On the 13th, we have a new moon in the sign of Capricorn. That's at full combination at about 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the 14th, Uranus goes direct, finally, in the sign of Taurus. And on the 19th, the Sun will enter expansive, forward-thinking, revolutionary sign of Aquarius. And on the 28th, we have a full moon in the sign of Leo. And the 30th, we begin our first retrograde of the new year in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so now we're going to break it down, January's month and how it will affect everyone. As I always say, please listen for your sun sign and your rising sign so you can get a complete overview on what your month will look like. Aries, this energy is going to be in your 10th house. The 10th house is the house of career. It's the house of our public image. It's the house of the titles that we hold. It's also the house of our authority figures. And some astrologers believe it is the actual house of our father. So you will have energy towards that. So this could manifest in its way of definitely thinking about your career goals, your career aspirations, as we always do at the first of the year. You may see some changes in your career, maybe a promotion, maybe some recognition for some work you've done career related, or maybe out in the public. Maybe you decide or start to think about taking a public office, maybe in politics, or maybe just being the president of your homeowners association, something to that effect. This also is an energy that it's going to be on your authority figures. So this may manifest itself in, working closely with upper management, maybe a little bit of conflict with upper management, but definitely the activity is going to be increased in your career, increased in your public image, and things of that nature. Taurus, this energy is going to be in your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of international affairs, international travel. It's the house of higher education. It's also house of law and religion and our world view. So this energy may put you in the mindset of wanting to travel internationally. Now, I know travel is a bit of a challenge right now, but as the world is slowly opening back up, you may have an opportunity to travel to a foreign land, or at least think about or start planning ahead for later in 2021. This will also may give you a kickstart about going back to school. Now, this is the house of higher education, and I just kind of believe that it's education in general. So even if it's not higher education with the idea of going back to college, maybe it's some courses or classes that you want to take that may improve your marketability out here in the world, or maybe it's just an educational course that you want to take on your own. If you're involved in a legal proceeding, there will definitely be activity around that. And religion and philosophy. Maybe you guys are thinking about your faith and what direction it's going in. And I'm sure everyone has been thinking about their faith in some sense with everything that's been going on. But this definitely will be an energy of you maybe possibility of exploring different religious backgrounds or different religious faiths. Gemini, this energy is going to be in the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of business. This is the house of shared resources, shared income, the house of taxes, our finances, loans, anything that we jointly combine by way of finances or resources with another person, whether it be a person, our partner in business, in love, or maybe just a financial institution. So this could manifest in the way of possibly going to a bank for a loan of some sort. You could be hearing about monies that's coming your way unexpectedly, or maybe this is something that a partner is receiving, an inheritance or some type of unexpected money that you're benefiting from through your partner. This will also be a good time for you to start looking at those taxes, and because we're coming up on tax season here in April, so this would be a good time for you and your partner to start putting your receipts together, gathering all the information that you need for that. This is also the house of sex and intimacy, so this may be drawing you closer to that romantic partner in your life, and putting together a closer intimate bond, and that includes sex. Cancer. This energy is going to be in your 7th house. The 7th house is the house of partnerships, marriage, one-on-one relationships. Open enemies is in this house. This is the people that you know really don't care for you, but they're in this house. So with all that energy going there, this is definitely going to put a spotlight on your partnerships, whether that's being marriage or someone you're dating, or it could be in business. Also, if you're having a conflict with an open enemy, maybe you're having a legal situation going on, this may be a time that you can also kind of work that out in mediation. But you're definitely going to have the energy around you to do whatever it is that you want to do partner-wise. Leo, this is going to hit you in the 6th house. The 6th house is the house of health and fitness. It's also the house of our day-to-day activities, our work activities. Small pets are in this house. So I would say, Leos, maybe you're thinking about getting a little small companion, or maybe some of you may have experienced the loss of a pet during this time. This also will be an excellent time for you to start thinking about a new health regime, a new fitness regime, thinking about by way of changing up your diet, maybe making appointments to go to the doctor. This is the first of the year, which is always an ideal time to start a new health and fitness regime. But for you, Leo, this is specifically good. If there's any health issues that have come up that you have not addressed, this would be an excellent time for you to address those, and then finding the proper or the best course of action by way of your health. Now, this also includes mental health, because we all have been under a lot of stress the last several months. So definitely making sure that you're taking out the time to take care of your mental health is of utmost importance. Virgo, this is going to be in the 5th house, my favorite house of the zodiac. This is the house of joy, fun, procreation. Children are in this house. Games of chance and speculation are in this house, our self-expression and just our creativity. So with the spotlight running right here on this 5th house, I don't see anything being wrong in this house. If you have children, you definitely will be paying a little bit more attention to them. Or maybe one of them has a breakout moment of something successful or something monumental happening in your children's lives, whether that's adult children or small children. This also may be an energy of spotlighting trying to have a baby, because procreation is in this house. So if you've been thinking about having a baby, or if you've been having trouble having a baby, maybe you get information, or maybe you get sent in the right direction on the path of becoming a parent, or maybe you discover that you are pregnant and didn't even know it. This is also the house, again, of speculation. So if you're in the stock market, pay attention to what's going on in the stock market. if you're someone that loves to do a little bit of gambling, this may give you the urge to go to the casino or buy a lottery ticket. So, you know, whatever you want to do, but just don't break the bank. Libra, this energy is going to be in your fourth house. The fourth house is the house of home. It's the house of family. It's the house of the family that we are born into and the family that we create for ourselves. Real estate is in this house. Feminine energy is in this house. So this says to me, the spotlight is probably going to be on moving, if not moving, maybe buying and selling of real estate. And if none of those things, maybe just a simple redecorating of your space. This also may spotlight any type of family issues that have been coming up that you want to pay attention to and try to get some resolution from. Pay attention to your mother. If you are still blessed to have your mother or your mother figure in your life, maybe she needs a little bit added attention this month. So Libra, just pay attention to your mother, or just the female energy that's around you would be good for you to pay attention to. But this is definitely activity around your housing situation. Maybe someone's moving in, maybe someone's moving out, expansion of your home, or even just the idea of moving to another space will be something that will be first and foremost in your life, dear Libra. Scorpio, this is going to be in your third house. The third house is the house of communication. It is the house of contracts. It's the house of thinking, how we give and receive information. Our siblings, cousins, and neighbors are also in this house, and this is the house of short distance travel. So definitely with transportation the way it is, I predicted there's going to be an increased amount of road trips and short trips done over the next few years because they're a little bit more easier to maneuver. So Scorpio, that may be something that's on your agenda, or maybe you just have a lot of unexpected trips that you have to take for business or speaking engagements or things of that nature. This is going to increase the activity with your siblings. So you may be going into business with a sibling, or maybe a sibling is helping you out on a project, or just increase activity with a sibling, and somehow a great idea comes about through that communication. Now, this can include your neighbors also. So maybe you're getting new neighbors, or maybe your neighbors are moving out, but increased activity there. And if you are signing contracts or anything of that nature, since we have the Mercury retrograde at the end of the month, I would caution you to, if you could, hold off on the signing of those contracts. If not, make sure you get a second set of eyes on the contracts. Maybe that's where your siblings and cousins come in. They can kind of help you with making sure that you're seeing the clear picture on anything that you have to sign this month. Next, we're going to talk about Sagittarius. This energy is going to be in your second house. The second house is the house of earned income. This is how we make our money. This is the house of our values, our possessions, our habits. Our job is in this house. So you're definitely Sagittarius, thinking about ways of making money. That is going to be the forefront for the month of January, on how to make money that aligns with your values. Because now at this time, that's important to you. It's just not about a paycheck for you. It's about how do you feel? How are you attached to what you're doing? And if it's something that's resonating with your spirit. This also may be a time where you want to buy a lot of different things. So this could be an energy where it gets you in a shopping mood, but just kind of be careful on the purchases that you're making, and that you're just not making purchases just to be making, but there's a purpose and a rhyme and a reason behind those purchases. This also may shed a light on your current situation work-wise. If you have been out of work, maybe you start to see increased activity with job opportunities, or this could be whereas a source of income dries up, that is pushing you towards another area where you've been kind of putting off, and now it's kind of forcing you to turn your attention because one source of income has dried up and you need to find another way to earn money. But it's definitely going to be an energy around your money, Sagittarius. Capricorn, this is going to be in your first house. The first house is the house of self. It's our appearance, it's our identity, our self-expression. So definitely you will be reviewing yourself. Maybe you're going to start a new fitness program. Maybe you're going to revamp your entire wardrobe. Maybe you want to do some type of beauty procedures, changing your hair color. This is all about your self-expression and how you're presenting your physical self to the world. So definitely you will be figuring out, adopting maybe a new style of dress during this time. But this is definitely all about you, Capricorn. Aquarius, this is going to be in your 12th house. The 12th house is the house of hidden things. It's the house of our traumas, confinements, things that we keep to ourselves. I consider this the house of healing. So definitely Aquarius, you're going to be a little bit more introverted, wanting to be alone a little bit more, reflecting on yourself, reflecting on who you are, and potentially starting a healing process with yourself. This is also an energy that if there's been any information that's been hidden from you for whatever reason, you definitely will now discover what has been going on in the dark. Because what they say, everything that goes on in the dark definitely comes to the light. So that's some energy that you will be finding out this month. And finally, Pisces, this is going to be in your 11th house. The 11th house is the house of our friends. It's the house of groupings, social groups, humanitarianism. So activity around your friends, maybe a reevaluation of your friendships, how those friendships are going, but definitely increased activity with your friends, increased activity with social groupings, internet, things of that nature, and your long-term goals. So definitely a reevaluation of that. So that is the month of January. I hope everyone has an excellent January, using this energy to put yourself forward and getting a good start as we go into 2021. If you're interested in a personal reading, please click the link in my banner, and please like, share, and subscribe. You guys have a great January, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.